talking about the John Moffett used to be city attorney? I've heard of him, but
It's time now for Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join Paul David and Kyle Benedict as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics that affect all our lives in Yavapai County. And now here's today's Countywide.
Welcome to Countywide. I'm Paul David. Great to have you in studio with us today. Yavapai Silent Witness Director Steve Skurja is with us. Welcome back.
thank you. Thanks for having me.
Lots to talk about. We've got new rewards that are being offered.
We do.
We've got a poster here I'll hold up in a little bit on a case that we talked about. How long ago was that?
Just a couple months back.
A couple months back.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that. You've increased the award for the Bank of America burglary in Cottonwood.
Correct.
Catch-22 is coming up. And I called you the other day to see if anything was going on. You said the phones have been kind of quiet, so that tells me it's time to get Steve in here and
There you go.
remind folks that, you know what, if you think there's bad guys in your neighborhood, give Steve a call and they'll look into it.
That's right.
That's right.
That's what it's all about.
Because it's if it does lead to an arrest, it's a $100 to $1,000 reward.
Correct.
Right? $100 to $1,000 reward. So the number to Yavapai Silent Witness, you hear me say it all the time, 1-800-932-3232. Website is yavapaisw.com.
Perfect.
All right.
Are we done?
We're off. Yeah,
it?
that's it.
Okay.
That's our 2-minute show. Thank you for tuning in. Let's first start with this. Yesterday you sent out a press release. Kyle got it, wrote it up, and we used it this morning. But you've added $1,000 additional to the reward for the Bank of America burglary in Cottonwood that occurred back in January.
Correct.
The suspects made off with quite a bit of money.
A lot of money from what I've been told,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. And the Cottonwood Police Department went out and got the $20,000, and I'm not sure where that came from.
It's from Bank of America.
Okay, so the bank has put up $20,000, and that's for the arrest and conviction of the suspect. Okay, the silent witness $1,000 is for the arrest, as always.
Okay.
Okay. The conviction doesn't have anything to do with the silent witness part of it. So it's a $21,000 reward, but it's split up in a $20,000 and a $1,000 increment.
Okay, that's good you made that clear. So $20,000 for arrest and conviction, which are the key words there.
Right.
$1,000 reward from Yavapai Silent Witness is the arrest.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we just are urging people. I know that Cottonwood's really working hard on this. I've talked to their investigators. They have lots of leads. They have suspects. They just need that one person to call with a little bit of information. So we're urging people to call Silent Witness, give us some information, and hopefully we can clear that case.
It's that piece of the puzzle
Exactly.
that we need, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Let's talk about this one. You brought the poster in. I remember when you sent this out. I'm going to hold this up so Ryan can zoom in on it, but go ahead and tell me a little bit about this one.
Well, this is a burglary from an office in Chino Valley, and like I said, it was a couple months back. An individual has a construction company, has a little office there in Chino Valley, and he had these two game mounts there. There's a pronghorn antelope there that made the record book, and a very nice 4-point mule deer. And then there was also some Western art, and somebody broke in over a weekend and took the Western art as well as these two head mounts. And I'm hoping this wasn't a hunter, and they're displaying these in their man cave now at home. You know, like I said earlier, a lot of this kind of stuff goes to a black market. It ends up going back east where they don't have mule deer or antelope, and it might be hanging on somebody's wall. At the same time, it might be somebody local. So we're reaching out to the hunters, to people that are game enthusiasts. Maybe they happen to know somebody that just recently got an antelope and a deer mount, and maybe they're not hunters, or maybe they're not good hunters. And if this is the case, give us a call, because these your friend's liable to have 2 stolen mounts.
$500 cash reward. And I was telling you before the show, I wouldn't want either one of them because I didn't get it myself.
Exactly.
And you said the antelope is actually a trophy. It's on the books.
It made the record book.
It made the record book. The mule deer is just his own personal trophy.
It's his
But
at the same time, it's a really good mule deer.
Right, sure.
It's very big and high, and so we'd love to get these back for this man.
And they trashed the offices as well. They just
Exactly.
went through the offices and broke a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they really did trash it. Went through all the files and dumped them on the floor and this sort of thing. But we're offering a $500 reward. As always, people can remain anonymous. So if you know anything about these 2 head mounts, give us a call.
Awesome. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Catch 22 is coming up.
It is. We're going to start.
That's always a fun one.
May the 1st.
And I got the note right here as it's the 38th.
It is.
Yeah, the 38th annual Catch 22. It starts May 1st, runs for 22 days. So for each day, for 22 days, we'll talk about a different wanted fugitive.
Correct.
Each one is worth how much?
They're all worth at least $500, and there are a couple in there that are worth a little bit more. Day number 1, for example, is worth a $3,000 reward.
Okay.
And that has to do with a homicide that took place back in '06. There was a Prescott man that was killed at a local motel there. And what happened is, and the reason this was a $3,000 reward compared to the other $500 is right off the bat, Silent Witness offered a $1,000 reward to try to help Prescott solve this case. And within just a couple weeks, 2 friends of the victim came to me and each gave me $1,000 and asked me to hold it for that case. So since 2006, we've been advertising this case is worth $3,000.
Wow, we're going on almost 10 years on that.
Exactly. So,
isn't that amazing?
You know, just because it's a Catch-22, we're not going to subtract or lower it to a $500 reward like all the rest of them. It's always going to be $3,000 until we solve this case.
Okay, all right, so that's important. So we're going to be doing that from May 1st through May 22nd.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
And we'll do it just like we always do.
We will. And, you know, just for the folks that may not be familiar with Catch-22, we've been doing this for almost 20 years.
Long time.
And we take 22 high-profile felons, and like you just said, we advertise 1 a day for 22 consecutive days. They're all worth at least a $500 reward. The key is, though, if we get a call in the morning and we arrest an individual that same day, I'll pay the caller that same day $500.
That's pretty nice.
Normally, you'd have to wait till the monthly meeting, and we're going to decide on a reward amount and this sort of thing. So you might be waiting 30 days. Not with Catch-22. We've already decided on the reward amount. We're going to pay immediately.
And we've talked in the past that some of these folks that we have on here, we've heard them before, but we want them really bad. And we've seen it in the past where Catch-22, where we've had somebody, you know, put on Catch-22 for several years, and then all of a sudden, something clicks.
Exactly.
And that person winds up getting caught. But some of these folks, we don't really think that they're still in the area.
Most of them are not. They're absconders. They're gone. And that's why they're on this list. Now, just recently we arrested an individual. In phase 37, we arrested 4 people off of that list.
That's pretty good.
But only 1 was due to a silent witness call. A lady turned herself in over here at the Camp Verde jail a couple of weeks ago. So she's off the list. The other 2 individuals, one was arrested in the Phoenix area and one was arrested in California, not due to a silent witness call. However, the 4th person was alive and well in Lake Havasu City. We got a silent witness call. We called Havasu PD. They went out, confirmed this, made the arrest. We paid a $500 reward. That person had been featured in Catch-22 probably about, I'm going to say, for probably at least 2 to maybe 3 years.
Okay, so that proves it right there.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Now, are you still doing it where it used to be that Catch-22, once it ended, people had 90 days afterwards to call to get that $500?
Correct.
Is that firm?
Yes.
That stays firm?
Yeah.
Okay, so 90 days at the end of it.
Right.
You have to call to get that $500 cash reward. Okay, we got to take our first break. Yavapai Silent Witness Director Steve Skurja in studio today. Their phone number, 1-800-932-3232. YavaPaiSW.com is the website. Countywide back in just a couple minutes.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? You know you do. That's why we're here. We're free and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Picking a college, man. You and us. Go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos. Go to GetSchooled.com.
Welcome back to Countywide. Yavapai Silent Witness Director Steve Skurja in studio today. YavapaiSW.com is the website. Phone number is 1-800-932-3232. That's operational 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Absolutely.
You got information? Give them a call.
Yep.
We want to do some Catch-22 stats from over the last 37 phases.
Good idea.
Give me some numbers.
We have arrested, since the inception of this program, 79 felons. Now, this is completely different than the normal workings of Silent Witness. Okay, this is just Catch-22 felons that we've featured. 79 of them, and we have paid $39,500 in cash rewards.
Where's that money come from? It's bad guy money, isn't it?
It is. It comes from the RICO funds.
I love that.
When police go out and arrest somebody, let's say for drugs, and they seize some items. Maybe they seize automobiles, or maybe some real property, or a house, or maybe just cash. Like the fellas up that are working I-40 all the time at the sheriff's office, you know, there's 4 canine units up there, and they are up there night and day stopping cars, and probably once a week they get a money load, and that money goes into an account called the RICO account. And that money becomes available to programs like mine in Yavapai County. So every year, for all of the rewards we pay out during the year, we get reimbursed through PANT and the RICO account.
Isn't that nice?
It's perfect. It's wonderful.
Bad guys
in the early days, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
You know, when we first started Silent Witness, we went out to all the municipalities and the agencies and asked for.
That.
Yeah, in the very beginning. There was some money made available, and we worked off of that for a few years, and then that started dwindling. So we went out and we asked for a nickel a head per capita, and then things really started heating up. So we needed more money. We asked for a dime a head per capita, and then we decided to go after the RICO accounts because we were creating a lot of those seizures. And so it was a perfect fit, and that's where we get our money now.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I love it. Bad guys putting bad guys away with their own money.
Yeah.
That's perfect. All right. And again, the number is 1-800-932-3232. Catch-22 starts May 1st, runs for 22 days, different fugitive each day for the 22 days, and each one worth a $500 cash reward unless otherwise stated, like day one's going to be a $3,000.
And folks can go onto your website and see photographs of these guys, right? And they can also go to the Silent Witness website Every morning we have a new one on there.
Yeah, let's send them to your website, yavapaisw.com. That's a great place to go because there's other things on your website, and we want to make sure we hit those today. But before we do, I wanted to remind the listeners and the viewers that if I think there's suspicious, shady activity going on in my neighborhood, I can call you.
Sure.
I can call you. I can call my local police agency and report it. But if I want to remain anonymous, and a lot of people want to remain anonymous, they can call you and report that to you.
Exactly. Now, they can also call their local police department
Correct.
and remain anonymous.
Okay.
They just say, I'd rather not give my name, and that's okay. The cops are still going to look into it. But they can call us and remain anonymous and then become eligible for a cash reward.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's say I do. I call Steve Skurja at Silent Witness and I say, okay, a few doors down from my house at such and such an address, they've got cars coming up every 5 minutes, and then they leave a couple minutes later. And I report this as being suspicious type drug activity going on in my neighborhood. How long might it take? Because I'm picturing people standing by their window, just waiting for the police to roll up and do something about it.
Sure.
But sometimes that may not be the case. And I kind of want to get that point out that it may not be the case.
It's probably never going to be the case.
Okay.
The cops.
What's going on there?
The cops aren't going to roll up. And if somebody does roll up, you're probably not going to recognize them because they look like a bad guy. They're in an unmarked car or pickup truck or something like that. And they're not going to look official whatsoever. They're going to get the address, number one. As soon as they get the information from us, they're going to go to their files and see if there's any other activity at that location. They're going to look at those names and they're going to run the names through their files, okay? Not police files, but PANT files, and see if this person is involved or has been involved in drugs in the past. So there's going to be a lot of intelligent work going on before they ever go do a drive-by. But that drive-by doesn't mean it's going to be months down the road. It's probably going to be within 24 to 48 hours. Somebody from PANT is going to drive past that house and then probably sit up and watch it from a distance, see if there's activity. If they sit there for a couple days and they don't see the activity that was reported, they're probably going to close the case and they're not going to come back. So what we need the callers to do is after about a week, if the activity is still going on, they need to call Silent Witness back and say, you know what, it's still going on. But we need them to be precise. We need them to say it's between 10 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon, usually on Fridays. That way the guys aren't going to go out there and sit Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and say, nothing's going on.
Nothing's happening, but
Okay.
so-and-so gets his shipment in. And
Exactly, and
Okay.
that probably means they're going maybe to Phoenix on Thursday night, getting the stuff, coming back, and opening up shop all day Friday. We need as many details as possible. The color of the house, the type of home. Is it a conventional build? Is it a mobile home? Maybe it's a trailer out back of a house where everybody's walking back and forth to. The suspects, we need a description of them. We need license plate numbers. And the more, the better. And to clarify one thing, just a minute ago, you said call Steve at Silent Witness. Don't call and ask for me because 9/10 of the time I'm not in there.
right, but call Silent Witness.
Right. But a lot of people call and ask for me, and I'm not there, and then they get perturbed because they were told to call Steve. Steve's not in. Now what am I going to do? And they keep calling back and calling back. We have operators answering the phone 24/7, and you talk to whoever answers the phone.
Gotcha. Okay. Everybody loves to talk to Steve, though. Everybody does. Okay, that phone number again is 1-800-932-3232. Website is yavapaisw.com. This is Countywide. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
This was me. And Mom and Dad. And my big brother Alex. And Jack. And
this was the day that I learned that sandals get their name from sand. That jellyfish aren't made of jelly. That stars don't just come from the sky. That the ocean is bigger than all of us. This is the day we all got to forget that I was sick. And it changed everything. This was my wish.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher or a reality TV star.
I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher.
Think you can change my life?
Make me excited about science like you.
Have a career that really means something?
Then do it.
I dare you.
Welcome back to Countywide. Just a couple minutes left in the program. Again, Yavapai Silent Witness phone number is 1-800-932-3232. Website is yavapaisw.com. We want to hit on felonies and misdemeanors a little bit too before we close out.
Good.
Felonies, very serious crimes. Misdemeanors, not quite as...
Not so much.
Yeah. So what are you more interested in?
Well, silent witness bylaws say that we're only going to pay for felony crimes.
Okay.
Okay. So if you've got information out there about somebody that's going too fast through your neighborhood, perfect traffic example, or every morning your neighbor takes off for work and they never stop at the stop sign at the corner, they just blow right through it. Please don't call the Yavapai Silent Witness to report that. Call your local police department.
Okay.
Okay. Call them. Like I said before, you can remain anonymous. Just give them the information about the time and the license number and that sort of thing, and it'll be taken care of. We don't pay rewards for that, nor do we want to be bothered with that when the phone could ring and it could be a serious felony crime. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we don't take misdemeanor calls. It's just felony calls. And if your information leads to an arrest, we will definitely offer you a reward. All callers remain anonymous unless they want to tell us their identity. Okay.
Okay.
We do not have caller ID. We don't have anything that's going to trace that number on our phones. And so many times people call almost regularly. The first thing they say is, do I have to give you my name? No, that's the beauty of the program. Are you tracing this call? No, I'm not. Do you know what my phone number is? No, I'm not. No, I don't. That's the way it's been since the beginning, and that's the way it's going to continue to be.
Okay, all righty. Okay, I think we're good. So we got an extra $1,000 for an arrest on the Bank of America in addition to the $20,000, but the $20,000 is arrest and conviction.
Correct.
But Yavapai Silent Witness has a $1,000 reward out there for just an arrest.
Just the arrest.
Just the arrest. We're looking for information about these two mounted heads that were stolen mid-August last year.
In Chino Valley.
In Chino Valley, at a business on the 100 block of South Highway 89. We've got an antelope trophy, and then a mule deer as well. So that's a $500 cash reward. And then we've got Catch 22 coming up on May 1st through May 22nd.
Correct.
Different fugitive each day for 22 days, each one worth a $500 cash reward unless otherwise stated in the story.
Yep, at least $500.
And the stuff you send me on each of those Catch 22s will be posted on your website at yavapaisw.com.
Correct.
So people can go there, look at it, call you and say, hey, I know where this guy is. He's blah, blah, blah. This gal is.
Exactly.
All right, beautiful.
Every morning, you can go on our website, and the new Catch 22 will be there.
All right, we're out of time. Steve, great to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Appreciate
for coming
your
in.
help.
That's today's Countywide. Thanks for watching and listening. We'll talk to you again next time.